Hey guys, what's up? If you're new to my channel, I'm Georgia. I'm a pet and wildlife artist, and today I'm going to show you some of my horse drawings. So if you followed me on my Instagram and Facebook, before Christmas I started drawing a horse. When you're doing markets, one of the best subjects to sell is horses, and I've never drawn one before. So I thought, let's give it a go. So I started drawing this horse. Didn't realise it was a little bit more tricky than I thought because of the lighting and the shadows. So I decided to take a break over Christmas, draw Pipkin the bunny, and then get back to it. And then I thought, it's when you've taken a break, you're suddenly like, oh god, how do I do this again? So this is him so far, and he's gorgeous with the yellow of the light just hitting that side of the face. Oh, it's really nice. But when you're looking at a reference photo for ages, you end up just seeing the same colour when actually there's lots of different colours in that photo. So to ease myself back into it, I decided to draw a smaller horse, which is this one. And it's about a 6'5", A6-ish size. So there's challenges between both of the horses. Bearing in mind I've never drawn one before, so with a cat or a dog, you get used to the anatomy quite quickly once you've drawn like, I don't know, 10. But with a horse, they are strange looking creatures, especially with their faces. They've got muscle and veins kind of popping out in places. So you kind of have to add that in a little bit just to make it look right. If it doesn't look right, especially anatomy, it just looks really off. Anyway, for both horses, one is on Archer's paper, watercolour paper. That's my go-to normally, but because they don't do a small size, which is like about A6 size, I bought some Fabriano watercolour paper. This is all hot press because it's smoother. If it's cold press, it's a lot bumpier and textured, which is really nice, but it's a bit trickier with pencils. So you think because it's smaller, it would be easier to do. However, it's got its own challenges, because I don't know if you can see, but you probably can't. Well, you might do. You can see faint lines going down the paper like this. And that's just the texture. So when you gently go over it with the first layer, you can actually see the lines a lot more, and it's harder to cover up compared to the Archer's one, which is actually just doesn't have the lines. So with the paper on the Fabriano, you end up being a bit more heavy-handed, just to fill in those pockets of texture, which can be good. It depends on your style. I do like being heavy-handed, but at the same time with underlayers, they need to be gentle, because you don't want to just rush into a white background. It's good to have like a base colour and then build up onto it. So with the Fabriano, I do end up just getting a bit heavy-handed. But there's not really a big problem, because when you start printing all this on textured paper, I like the gesso paper. You can't actually see it when it's being printed, which looks really nice. So to be honest, it's up to individual taste, I guess. But in the next clip, you're going to see me do some drawing, and hopefully I'll get some stuff printed out soon. Before March would be good, but we'll see because I am a bit slow. Hey guys, hopefully you can hear me over the whirring laptop. For some reason it likes to go really loud, like it's going to take off. So, I'm still drawing this at the moment. I'm nearly done, to be honest. I'm just going to add details to this bit under here, and I've got some details here, as well as this bit. I'm not really going to go too crazy with the detail, just because it's not going to be blown up really big, so it doesn't need a lot of detail. I'm hoping to get it onto bookmarks and maybe cards. It would be good to get a horse on a card. So I'm going to crack on. Normally, I watch this old series called As Told by Ginger. I thought it was actually like made for the 80s, but actually it's for the 90s. So there's a lot of sort of similarities, because I was born in 93. So like what they wear is really similar to what I used to wear. Like didn't really have mobile phones, which is quite nice actually when you think about it. Life was so simple, and when I was little I was obsessed with Pokemon, reading, obviously drawing. So I've been drawing since I was really little. Just kind of like reminds you of how life used to be before growing up. To be honest, I love being a grown-up. I love being independent and doing my own thing. I'm very different to Jamie. He loves, you know, having a plan for everything, but I'm just like, no, let's get there and see what happens. Just adding some warm and cold greys to this. You don't realise how, you know, it's not just a warm colour or a cold colour. It's normally a mixture of both. Anyone who did play Pokemon, what was your favourite? And if you didn't play Pokemon, what did you used to play if you were into games? I got the Pokemon Blue hand-me-down from my brother on the Game Boy Color, and I was really little when it came out and I couldn't actually read, so I would just guess what I was doing. And then as the new ones came out, luckily I could read. Well, otherwise it'd be a bit of a guessing game. There is another bit of detail here, but I really don't want to get into it. So it just squishes up. So I'm just going to make a strap like this. Any horsey people, please don't judge. Don't know if you can hear, but it's really raining outside. Yesterday it was alright, but it's just miserable out there. I did all the washing yesterday, so I don't have to worry about it today and take it to the tumble dryer, which is outside in the shed. But I'm looking forward to spring. I love spring and summer. I just feel a lot happier when it's sunny. I love going abroad as well for the same reason. I don't mind the rain, but it does get a bit sad after a while, you know, when you're just like, oh, come on, son, you know. Trying to think what else I can do. You get some people who are really good at teaching how to draw, and I find that I just jump around everywhere just to kind of like keep it myself busy and interested. Otherwise I just kind of zone out a bit. I might try and make a tutorial one day. I think it would be a good challenge. Probably something simple first, like an eye or a nose. That would be good actually. I'm still getting used to YouTube. I'm finding it quite fun actually. I thought it would be harder, especially with the editing, but I found a free app on my phone, so I'm videoing everything on my phone at the moment. Hopefully there'll still be enough memory. So there's been a few times I've had to delete things off my phone, which is a nightmare. So I guess a lot of people do use their cameras, and I do have one, but I never understood it. And then it means that I need to buy another thing to hold it up and point my way, and I've got enough stuff at the moment to kind of hold a phone, and I've got the light that my husband bought me this year. It can hold a phone, but I'm not sure about a camera. But maybe one for the future, when I'm a bit braver and I kind of know what I'm doing. At the moment it's a bit of a flap in my head. And once I get used to this, then I think it'll be easier to kind of like start, you know, trying other things. I'm trying not to put too much pressure on myself with YouTube. Just try it for a bit of fun and a hobby. I'm trying to think what I can do with this detail, because in the picture there's like loads of beads and I really don't want to draw the beads. Just thinking. In the meantime I can do more in this. Easter is coming up soon. I think it's early this year. I think last year it was end of April, or was it beginning of April? Can't really remember. But I've got my first market end of March, which is kind of going to be more related to Easter because of whereabouts, like whenabouts it is in the month. So I'm hoping, I obviously want to get this printed. I've got Pipkin the bunny all finished. I just need to get the stuff printed before the due date. So I really want to get some new stuff ready. And I want to send my own cards for Easter as well, which would be really good. If you guys would be interested in the tutorial, could you write down what you would like to practice on first. It's not saying I will do one straight away, but if it's something you guys are interested in, I will happily do one. I'm not sure if I just do one on YouTube or do like a bit of like a sample of it on YouTube, and then I don't know if I do Patreon, but something like that, or something on my website that you can just buy and then it's yours forever. Because I know Patreon's all right, but I've heard it's not the easiest when it comes to customer service, for example, and I don't want the pressure of creating something each month when I know I don't think I can keep up with it. Well, YouTube, obviously I can do it, you know, a few in a month, as long as I've got stuff ready to include. But I don't put my pressure on myself when it comes to YouTube because it's so new. Same with the website. If it was just on my website as I go, it's not really too much pressure for me, really. But yeah, if you can think of anything, that would be really cool, and then obviously I can get it started. Right, I'm going to see how it goes. I'm going to pause the video, and I'll see you next time. See you later, guys.